I was breastfeeding my son, who was a couple months old, when I discovered a lump in my left breast. And it wasn't normal, but I figured it was a clogged milk duct from breastfeeding. So I went to the doctor and had them look at it. And my doctor told me I needed to have some scans done, and the scans led to tests. I was 21 years old, and before every test, the nurse or whoever I was dealing with would ask, do you have a family history of breast cancer? And I was just like, no, don't worry about it. They're like, well, you're pretty young, you don't have to worry about it. But 2 days after my biopsy, I was with my sister. I couldn't lift my son, so she was helping me take care of my children. And the surgeon called, and he said, "I'm sorry, Catherine, the tumor was cancerous." And immediately I was just shocked. I still didn't understand. I was so sure it was anything else. I fought for a double mastectomy even though the cancer was only in my left breast, because I wanted to take every step I could and do everything I could for peace of mind and to make sure that it doesn't come back. I needed to start my next treatment, which was a pill called tamoxifen, and I take it once a day for 5 years. But tamoxifen has it can put you into menopause. And given my history and that it could put me into menopause, I had to make the decision to have another child if I wanted. And I kind of had a small window to do so. But we weren't sure if it was worth the risk and the complications that could come up. And obviously I would not be able to breastfeed the child, which was a big deal for me. My daughter Caroline was born October 7th, 2013. Having a double mastectomy, I obviously was not able to breastfeed. But my brother's wife, my sister-in-law, Stasia, she had just given birth to her son, and she volunteered to pump milk for me so that I could still give my daughter breast milk. Before my daughter was even born, we had a deep freezer full of my sister-in-law's breast milk, and it was ready for her, and I loved that I was able to still give her, the best, even though I wasn't able to breastfeed myself. Yeah, from the moment that I got the phone call that I was diagnosed, I had an amazing amount of support pour in. My family, of course, was very, very supportive and surrounded me with, love and anything I needed. And my church family really came through, and I had numerous prayer chains for me, and countless meals were prepared when I was going through treatment. I was unable to take care of my kids, so I had my parents and family members really helping me with that. And they were just always by my side, and we did everything together, and we fought it together.
We've always been so very close. If it wasn't a matter of stepping in, it was more of a matter of stepping up, because it was kind of like, we were always there. We were just there a little bit more, and we were there to help her just a little bit more. But we're so interactive and so with each other all the time that it didn't seem much different. It seemed like, maybe she was down, so we did a little bit more, but that was basically it.
It's easy to think that, if you're young, you're free from cancer, the scare is not there. But my story proves that, cancer doesn't discriminate. The biggest thing that I learned through all this is that, cancer isn't my story. It's not who I am. It's just a speed bump in my journey. And I really feel that God was using me to make sure that, other people my age are aware that it's real and it can happen to you, and you just need to do what you can to protect yourself. They say finding it early is the key, and it really is. So now today I look forward to furthering my career. I want to go back to school to become a medical assistant and help people just like the ones that were helping me through my journey. I look forward to watching my family grow now that they're all healthy and just enjoying life and making sure that we don't take anything for granted.